Thank you for hanging out with me today. This is KJ48, and welcome back to Medieval Dynasty. Alright, so you guys have given me some tips in the comments that I really appreciate. Apparently, daub is not used to insulate houses that are made out of stone or, like, solidify the walls. They're used for, daub is used for wood and stick houses, okay? I think someone said I need limestone or something to solidify these houses if they're made out of stone. So that's a good tip. I will keep that in mind. Also, someone said you can upgrade stuff by overlaying it on top of the newer building or the older buildings. And I actually tried this off camera, and that's really cool. Check this out. So, like, let's say I wanted a resource storage too. I can just plop it right over top of this thing. I'm not going to do that right now, though, because today we are going to be doing some quests. But before we get to the quests, let's go over some more of the comments. So, somebody said, if you talk to somebody, you can find out what they're good at, right? You go to, where can I find, let me give a closer look at you, small talk. You go to small talk, and then you go to ask about their skills, all right? And this person said, I happen to know the farce at the back of my hand. I know not only how to hunt for food. Okay, so it's a hunter, right? So the person in the comment section told me that you got to put these people on their proper duties, or they will like level up slowly, or possibly not at all. So if you look at this person, they said they liked hunting, and there you go. The hunting is a 3. Now a lot of these people have multiples of 3s as far as their skills go, but there's always one particular skill that they like more, right? So let's talk to this one right here. All right, so first of all, let's look at her skills, okay? She's, okay, let's find someone who's not walking. All right, so he's a 3 at crafting and diplomacy. So let's talk to this guy, small talk. And can you tell me something about your skills? So crafting gives me vast possibilities. I can shift whenever there's demand for other resources. It's called flexibility. So crafting, obviously that was one of his 3s. And let's ask him again. Crafting. I know how to convince people to my cause. So he can either be doing crafting or diplomacy, and I'd be happy with either. Now, I was a little bit worried because the person was telling me, well, they might not, like, you know, level up their skills, or maybe they'll level up their skills slowly if they don't like what they're doing, if they don't think they're good at it. So I went on Discord, okay, the official Discord of the game, and someone high up on the Discord said, the personality should match one of the skills they had highest when you found them, and that defines the dialogue options they have. It makes no difference to happiness or leveling, except the high skill in one area will make them happier in work that uses that skill. So this is straight up from one of the high ups on Discord. It doesn't matter as far as leveling or anything. It only makes them it'll make them happier if they're doing the one thing they like, but it makes no difference on skill levels. Which, you know, is some good information. So, you know, that's cool. Now that we know that, I can move on. Yeah, we're going to go talk to Sambor today, all right? I really want to build more of my base, but we got to do these quests, man. I have not done, like, barely any quests. And the cool thing is, my little village here, it's pretty much taking care of itself at this point. So now we can actually go off and do some quests and not have to worry about these people. All right, well, let's go ahead and grab... Oh, yeah, I talked to my wife, and she gave me a pear, so that was nice of her. And I'm going to go ahead and eat some of this meat. And I've got some water with me, so that's great. And we're going to go to our quest journal, and we're going to take this one off. Categories. It's weird. Selection, categories, tabs, exit. I wonder if this like quest is always supposed to be up there. I thought I could like unpin it, but I'm not seeing an option for that. That's odd. So that one's always up there. So what are you going to do? I could probably unpin this one. No, I don't see the option to unpin them. I don't know. I might be missing something obvious there. It doesn't really matter. We'll keep both of them up there. But we do need to go talk to Sambor, and Sambor is up here. And this is going to be a dangerous area to go through. I'm not going to record the trip because, you know, hopefully it will be uneventful. But if anything happens, I will come back. And if not, I'll see you at Sambor. So I'm just running through the middle of the woods, even though the road would be safer. Because I'm kind of hoping to find moose, bison, or bears. What the hell was that? What is that? I think we gotta go find out what that is. Oh, it's a wolf. Okay. I don't need wolves, but I'm gonna kill them anyway. Because why not? Alright, cool. Let's skin him. Let's get his giblets. I was just about to say, too, like, yeah, I'm going for moose, bison, and bear. I don't think you'll find bear in this area. I think, like, last time I saw bear was by the caves. And honestly, I think it was just the one cave. I don't even think it was at the second cave. So, I do have to, you know, go around and look for bears at some point. There's a cave kind of like in the middle of the map. Like right around here, I think. And I've always seen bears up there, so. Alright, cool. Let's talk to Sambor. I think you're lost, boy. Sorry, I didn't mean to Wait a second. Look me in the eye and stop shivering for crying out loud. Huh? Black and blue? You're Jordan's family, aren't you? Yes, my name's Rasimir. You must be Sambor then. And how do you know that? I was talking with Uniegost, and he told me that you were part of the Reminders as well. What a stupid name, the Reminders. Part of what now? The pack? You know, the one with Uniegost and Jordan? I've never heard this idiotic name in my life. Sorry, maybe I've made a mistake. We were called the Undying Fist. Oh my, that's so much worse. Or now that's a whole lot, but yeah, that's a way better name. The Undying Fist, that's pretty dope, bro. You're damn right it is. That's because I came up with it. Everyone loved it. No idea why Uniegost lied to you like that. I'm sure he was just jealous about your creativity. Boy, it really sounds like I'm buttering this guy up. Ha! Of course he was. And not only about that. Anyway, I would love to hear some stories about my uncle and the pack's adventures all together. That's an amazing coincidence because I would love to spend my time telling the old tales by the crackling fire. Oh my, really? No. Leave my property and forget where it is. That's pretty... I like that. I like that writing. That's really good. Oh, come on. It'll only take a moment. A moment of a moment. Just tell me. What was my uncle like? How did you become part of the Undying Fist? Way better name, by the way. And, what did you do exactly as the pack? You don't know what we did? Uniegost didn't get to that part. Alright. But be quiet and try to be less annoying. I like this guy. Where should I begin? Right, it all started when Jordan left his home. He was 18 at the time, if I remember correctly. That clever bastard was always too big of a fish for his birthplace, and he knew it. Left as soon as he could, but cleverness at such a young age always means two things. Being ignorant. Being arrogant. It's early, guys. Bear with me. Being arrogant and hot-headed. I continue to listen. His plan was to set out on a big adventure. That's it. Pretty detailed, huh? A path like that is paved with skeletons of young idiots. But none of them was Jordan. Either way, none of them was Jordan. Either way, he was... Yeah, it's kind of weird writing there. He was wandering for days. Days soon turned into weeks and his rations into dust. He was useless as a hunter, back then at least. So berries and mushrooms was all he could get. So obviously, he needed some coin. I continue to listen. He came across a manor with orchards so vast they seemed like an ocean. Jordan hired himself there. A week of back-breaking labor had passed. His hands were covered in blisters, skin red from the scorching sun, knees pulsating from pain. I must say, you're a really amazing storyteller. I wasn't expecting that. Shut up! Do you want me to finish this? It's funny. I kind of knew that was coming. It's clever. Where was I? Oh, right. He was exhausted from the strenuous work he's done. Went to the lord of the manor with a smile on his face to collect the payment. His stomach was already full of fantasies of all the delicious treats he was dreaming of buying. I wonder what kind of treats they had in the old days, right? They didn't have, like, pastries and stuff. Like, I don't know, maybe they did. I guess treats back then were like fruit. They say fruit is nature's sweets. So, I don't know. Anyway... And all that was ruined by the hand of the Lord holding a couple of lousy coins. Oh boy, it's about to get real. Jordan was furious. That was merely a fraction of the pay that was supposed to acquire. He started shouting at the Lord, demanding justice. This isn't going to go well. Peasants were just flies to the Lord. Disgusting, replaceable insects. And what do you do with a fly that buzzes too loudly? Both of the Lord's palms struck Jordan's ears with the strength of an ox. Okay. Jordan fell on the ground stunned, and the Lord's guards... by the way, it's really hard to call it Jordan, and Lord. I mean, you know, Lordan, Jordan. It's, I don't know. Maybe that's an I, and the other one's an L. I really have no clue. Anyway, it's garbage. stealing a few pathetic coins while doing so. If I may add, it wasn't until evening when Jordan regained his hearing, and with it came a fervent thought of revengeance. Your uncle was quite capable fighter when I met him 10 years later, but he wasn't back then. He knew the guards would massacre him if he came too close. So he needed to find another way to fulfill his vengeance. Jordan was always ambitious, but that hatred fueled him like nothing before. And what happened next? What came later was me becoming bored of this conversation. Go away. Holy jeez. You can't stop there. No way. You can't leave me like this. I could do whatever. I do what I want. Scram. I have things to do. What things? I'll do them for you. I'll do anything you want. Just please tell me the whole story. Screw your things. I don't think I want to piss this guy off, so we'll go with 1. Damn, you're annoying. Please, 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 please. Oh, God, I sound like a 2-year-old. No, I'm not. Fine, just shut up already. Just say what needs to be done. You won't regret it. Here, grab this shovel. It's a piece of crap, but it will do. There are clay deposits behind my house. Go there and dig some up for me. I'm on it, boss. Okay, well, that's pretty cool because they're going to tell you how to find clay, I guess, or like what it looks like or whatnot. So it's nice that they gave me a shovel too, because I didn't bring one. So that's good. We'll put that as number 3. And he said clay deposits behind his house, right? Yep, here we go. Yeah, so this is like tutorial stuff, you know, they're telling you about the clay. Now, do clay deposits respawn? Can anyone tell me that? Because if I could figure out, I wonder if you know what, what the frick is that? It's a figurine? I thought it was just a tiny deer. Why are there figurines everywhere? This is weird. Sambor, you're a weird dude. What the ever-loving heck? Whoa, what's over? Okay, hold on. Something's going on over here. Alright, I'll take all these. These gotta sell for something, right? Where are they? Wooden figurine. Oh, they're not worth anything. A type of decoration, strange deer found. Who might have created it? Okay. I'm going to take them anyway, even though they don't sell for anything. I mean, I guess I could put them somewhere, but looks like we got some potions over here. No, wine bottles. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Sambor makes them. Anyway, if I could get someone to get clay for me on a continuous basis, I think the excavation shed might do it. Let's take a look. Oh, we got to skill up really quickly. Let's take care of that. Prowler. Less noise when sneaking. Steadier aim with ranged weapons. You know, I kind of like steadier aim with ranged weapons. We'll go with that. And then let's go to technology and let's go to... No, not technology, management. There, extraction, excavation shed. Okay, so I can get clay from the excavation shed. Oh, no tool. Crap. That's a bad sign. Do they need tools for this? Well, they need shovels for the clay. So yeah, I can get some clay. And the reason I want to get some clay is because I noticed there's clay bowls in the game you can make. And the clay bowls aren't used for anything, right? Oh, I wonder if they can get straw automatically. Anyway, the clay bowls aren't used for anything except for decoration. And it also says you can sell them. Here, I'll show you in 1 second, because this is going to be interesting. So yeah, check this out. Clay bowl. A type of decoration crafted at the Pottery Wheel Workshop purely for aesthetic purposes can be sold for profit. And it only takes 2 clay. That might be a way to make some money. I don't know. We'll just have to see. Alright, let's go turn this quest to Uniegost. Wait, Uniegost? No, Sambor. Oh, do I need more clay? No, I got 9. I needed 5, right? Pretty sure that's what that says. Here's your clay you wanted. Will you finish the story now? Alright, alright. So, as I've already said, Jordan wasn't much of a fighter back then. He didn't have any money nor confidence, but he did have one... But he had one thing. An unusual ability. You see, from an early age, Jordan was an exceptionally good liar. No sweaty palms, no voice cracks, no tells, really. Calm, steady breathes, eye contact, held all the way. He eventually managed to handle any kind of pressure, even in the crazy situations. But it wasn't that at first. He felt no pressure, lying, no stress at all. It was as natural for him as breathing. He had absolutely no remorse. Wow, I like this guy. He sounds like a cold-blooded dude. What have happened to the Lord? I swear, you little brat, interrupt me one more time, you will meet my wrath. Relax, big guy. I'm all ears. And I don't think you've called him big guy, but fair enough. He came up with a plan so immensely moronic and unrealistic, it's really hard to believe that it worked so perfectly. At first, he convinced a nearby town's tailor to sew him a whole set of clothes worthy of the most wealthy nobleman. The finest of fabrics, silken threads, you name it. Horrendously expensive. So how did he oh god, why do you keep interrupting this guy? So how did he manage to afford it, you may ask? It's simple. He didn't pay for it. By the way, I just missed it. I asked, so he stole it? I said no such thing. Jordan wasn't a thief. Not in the traditional meaning of the word, at least. Apart from that, did I finish the damn story? While wearing his new clothes, he traveled to the castle of the king of that realm and entered it. Okay. Now I know you're making this all up. That's simply impossible. Ha 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 ha. That's the first time I heard this guy laugh. You're absolutely right. It is. It's mad to even consider trying to pull off. But Jordan, he just walked straight in. I don't blame you for doubting me. Damn, I would have been first to doubt a thing like that if I didn't see him do it 100 times later with my own eyes. Anyway, he walked right into the castle, and once he was there, he followed through with his plan, which was betting his wife. Whose wife? The king's. The king's wife? Oh my god, this is some Game of Thrones stuff right here. So, the queen. Indeed. So let me get this straight. The plan was to get into the castle and lay with the queen. Exactly that. You were right. That is the most absurdly idiotic plan I've ever heard of. I told you, but it worked like a charm. I still don't get it. What worked? What was he accomplished by all this? After the lovemaking, he dressed up, deliberately leaving his undergarments on the bedside, and told the queen he'll be right back with some refreshments. Then he went to the king's guards, told them he saw the queen with the company of a strange man sneaking into the chambers. Oh boy. Oh boy. The guards rushed in and witnessed the queen naked in bed with a man's clothes right next to her. Oh god. He's gonna get this poor lady beheaded. As a loyal servant, the guard reported on the matter directly to the king himself, who, as you can probably imagine, became furious to say the least. He couldn't really punish his wife. That would be bad for his reputation. Okay, so they figured out a way not to get the poor lady beheaded. But he could pursue her lover. Unfortunately for him, at this point, Jordan was long gone from the castle, riding a beautiful bay mare he borrowed from the stable into the sunset. You see, the king didn't catch the filthy seducer, but it didn't mean he couldn't track him down and find him. To do so, the only track he could follow was the one that Jordan left behind, except his undergarments and a pleasurable memory for the queen. His name. Not his real name, of course. The name he used when he introduced himself to the queen was the Orchard Lord. So, the plot thickens. Precisely. Now you get it? Now this is interesting. You can either laugh, that's incredible, hung him or whatever, but then there's also, isn't that pretty extreme? That is pretty extreme, but I think it's pretty funny too. He didn't get killed. That wouldn't be Jordan's style. Wait, what? The queen begged for his life to be spared, so the king threw him in a dungeon where he spent all the days he had left. Okay, first of all, him not being killed had nothing to do with Jordan. The queen begged for his life. So, it didn't really have anything to do with Jordan at all. Jordan didn't do anything to save this guy's life. Second of all, is it really better to be in a medieval dungeon for the rest of your life than to just be killed outright? I don't know. Jordan was amazing. All that with just the power of his wits and speech. He surely showed the Lord that he shouldn't have wronged him. Don't get the wrong idea about his reasons. Jordan didn't go through all of that just because he wanted the Lord, just because of what the Lord did to him. You see, the Lord was cruel, merciless, brute. He mistreated all of his subjects. Killed for fun. Oh, R word. He did the R word for sport. People used to call him Laundryman because one of his habits was drowning his bastards in the lake right after birth, like unwanted kids. Okay, you know what? I take it back. Put him in the Iron Maiden for the rest of his life. This freaking jerk. Jordan needed to stop him, and he did. But that's not the end of the story. After the Lord's capture, Someone needed to take his place. He didn't have any rightful, I know where this is going, rightful successors, but then, with just an uncannily perfect timing, came a distant cousin of the Lord's, a charming young man with 2 different eyes. You have to be kidding me. He easily acquired all possessions of his sentenced relative, but Lordan didn't want any of that. Not for himself, so he only took 3 bags of coin from the treasury and left everything else to the hands of the peasants. They were elated. He still probably worshipped there. I could tell you that. Oh, and one more thing. Why 3 bags, you might ask? That's easy. One for the tailor, another for the stableman he took the horse from, and the last one for himself. With the exact amount of coins he was rightfully supposed to earn for his work from the orchard. I told you he wasn't a thief, and that was it. He mounted his beautiful mare and left the realm, continuing his adventures. At least that's the story he told to us. Some of that may be true. But that's how it was. But that's just how it was with Lordan. Now I understand what you and Uniegost were talking about. He really does seem surreal. I've never met anyone else like him. Don't get me wrong, he had his flaws, but the things he could do, his tongue wasn't even silver. It was made out of pure gold. But wait, you didn't tell me what was the purpose of the Uniegost, the Undying Fists. Oh, I thought it would be obvious now. On that day Lordan's mission was born, he knew that the spoiled, rotten elites like that were scattered all around the world, draining life and dignity from the land, from the hard-working, simple folk. And he was capable of stopping them, to some extent at least. So that's exactly what he started doing, overthrowing corrupt lords and giving back to the community. He sounds like a hero, a true hero. Well, it wasn't like, yeah, I guess you could say that. So how did you join his pack? Lordan was working solo until he met Uniegost. The rat's agile fingers work where Lordan's tongue didn't. And then they needed someone with other talents they were lacking, like strength, manliness, bravery, independence, gallantry, integrity. Right, I think I get the picture. So they recruited the best there was. I was between jobs at the time, so I gave them a chance. And finally the pack started to really make a difference. But I don't like to brag. Oh, I noticed. Humble to the bone. Thank you for noticing. I guess he doesn't get the sarcasm. People at my level don't need to boast about their skills, just like the sun doesn't need to prove it's bright. Anyhow, I really spoke more words to you than I did in the last 5 years to anybody, so it's time for you to go and preferably don't come back ever. It was great. It was a great pleasure and a true honor. Yeah, I don't care. Leave now. And in return for giving away my location, deliver this delicious meal to Uniegost. It's his favorite. A knuckle sandwich. Oh, I don't like the way this is going to go. Do you want me to hit him in the face? Did I stutter? No, sir, of course. I'm on my way, sir. Oh, man. We talked late into the freaking night. Let me get back home and go to sleep. Alright, I am back at town, and I am going to be working on a house. Although, I don't know if we're going to finish it today or not. I do want to do some more questing. We need to go deliver the knuckle sandwich to Uniegost. I don't think that sounds like a good idea. As far as moose, bison, and bear goes, I don't think I'm going to do those today. I just don't think I'm going to do those today. I need to look up a map. I think I have a map somewhere that'll show me where a lot of these characters are. And I need to find that map for sure. That way I could, I'm pretty sure I know where the bear is, but the moose... Well, I've already killed moose behind my house, so it's just the bison I probably have to look up. So, yeah, the moose shouldn't be a big deal. The bear hopefully won't be a big deal, but we won't know until we actually go and find them. Let me do a quick save here. Yeah, I want to build that house. I want to recruit 2 more people. Because I've got plenty of food, I've got plenty of wood, firewood, everything's going good. I just need to get the people up. And what I would like to do, making tools is going to be a big issue for me. So what I'd like to do is grab 2 more people and have someone start making tools. I think we're going to have to make a smithy place, and then they can start making tools. Because the excavation shed person ran out of pickaxes. I went ahead and made some pickaxes in between cuts. So they have pickaxes now, but, a lot of times I don't see that. So I wish if a building was out of tools, it should show up in the top left-hand side of the screen. I think that would be a good idea. All right, Uniegost, where the heck are you? Where are you? Does he not oh, there he is. Okay. Alright, let's punch this fool. Hold on. I owe you a knuckle sandwich, bro. It's always nice to see you, Rasimir. Uniegost, hello. I've talked with Sambor. He's a real sweetheart, isn't he? The sweetest, like a jar of honey. Are you kidding? He was the most terrifying person I've ever met. I'm kind of a sarcastic guy, so I will go with the first one. That's Sambor for you. I see. He did tell me about my uncle, though. The story about the Lord of the Orchards. He has some unexpectedly good storytelling skills, doesn't he? Well, I mean, he's alright. He's no Mr. Ballin, but, you know, he's alright. Yes, he really does. I was downright astonished by that. One time, I swear he went for over a year without speaking a single word. But when we were sitting by the fire, he remembered some anecdote, laughed out loud, and began his tale. Went from a total mute to a master of ceremonies. The narrative was so gripping, it was hard not to listen. He even did voices, but after finishing, he became silent again. I've never fully understood that side of him. A theater genius trapped in the body of a bear rustler. He's actually asked me to give you something. Really? What is it? A knuckle sandwich. Yeah, that sounds exactly like Sambor. So are you going to deliver? Do you want me to? I can't. I'm afraid that I've lost it somewhere along the way. Yeah, I think that's pretty funny. Smart lad. But if he asks, I'll tell him you knocked me out cold. Just out of curiosity, what did Sambor tell you about him becoming part of the pack? He said that you were looking for the best to recruit and that he was an obvious choice. Yeah, that seems like something he would say. Well, he was clearly full of crap. I don't know about that. He seemed like a pretty bad... I mean, I didn't see him actually do anything, but he talked a lot of smack. Isn't that the truth? It's not a pleasant memory, but I believe he deserved to know the whole story. We didn't recruit him. Well, I guess we did. Jordan did. But that wasn't really a matter of choice. When Jordan and I started to follow his mission together, we were rather successful. Everything was going smoothly. Too easy, even. We were doing a lot of good, putting many well-deserved smiles on oppressed faces. That's when we let our guard down. There was a secret guild formed by a few of the higher-ranking knights and barons. We called them the Vendors. Bunch of really heartless bastards. Their most lucrative business was selling living merchandise. And no, I'm not talking about animals. Please don't say it. Slavery was strictly forbidden in that realm. The queen was adamant about that. Well, the vendors had their own set of rules to follow. They caged them like cattle, mostly women and children, forced to fight rats for the poor little rations they were being given in the damp dungeons they were held in. The guild preferred quantity over quality, so they didn't care about disease, and they didn't tend to wounds. Oh, God, I think I'm going to be sick. Yeah, it sounds about right. Sometimes it took them weeks to get the dead out of the cages. Survival of the fittest, or rather outlasting of the least fortunate. It was simply horrible. If you ask me, all the damned guild deserved cruel and slow death. But that wasn't how we operated. Jordan made it very clear from day one. We were never to take a life. That was the most important rules. Oh, God. Oh, God, Jordan. These guys needed killing. Anyway, we managed to get everyone out. The carriages full of broken people. Even the horses kept their heads low, mourning. The despair in the air was even more poisonous than the stench of rotting flesh. And in all that, we forgot to make ourselves safe as well. The mercenaries caught us and brought us to the torture chamber. Yeah, this gruesome place had an even worse room hidden inside. The vendors weren't in their patient mood, so they sent their worst torturer right away. I was horror-struck, truly petrified, could barely breathe. Jordan didn't say a word, just looked at me. His eyes were relaxed, but focused. I realized he wanted me to be as calm as well, but I just couldn't. He went first. Oof. The torturer strapped Jordan to a chair and just started swinging. His fists were like anvils. Every hit drew blood or broke bones. By the way, just punching people, that's not really a good way to torture. That's just kind of rote. In a matter of seconds, Jordan's face looked like a bloody pulp. The only thing poking through it was his smile. It was one of the many times I wondered if he was even human. The torturer quickly realized that he needed different tools for such a unique specimen and went to grab his blades. That's when Jordan started to talk. Oh boy. He was making him offers, one after another, but the torturer just kept carving his he was like preparing a steak to be grilled. There was so much blood I could taste it in my mouth. I wanted to pass out. just to run away from all that, but I couldn't. My heart was pounding way too fast. Ooh, that's horrible. Suddenly, the torturer stopped. He looked at me and back at Jordan. This was the only thing he said. If you're lying, you're going to watch me do the same to him. I was about to puke, but Jordan just nodded. So he untied both of us and helped us escape. Okay. So Jordan promised something to the mercenary over and above what he was probably getting paid to do what he was doing to us or them. There were more mercenaries on their way, heavily armed. So no one stopped us. Even they were terrified of that guy. We managed to get out in one piece. Well, we managed to get out alive. Jordan's wounds wouldn't heal for weeks, and even after that, he was scarred so badly. It looked like he had chainmail stitched into his skin, but we escaped death, and its emissary became one of us. The torturer? Sambor? Yes. Oh my god. Now I understand why Sambor didn't want to tell the truth. It sounds absolutely horrid. To be honest, the nightmare of that night never stopped. How could you want a person like that amongst your troop? Do you think I wanted that cutthroat anywhere near me? I couldn't get a wink of sleep with him around for days. I was constantly watching my back, watching his every move. So why didn't you blow him off? That's simple. Jordan made a deal with him, promised him the only thing that mattered to that brute, which was money. A whole lot more than the guild was paying. Yeah, that's what I figured. And it cut from every heist that we did. But couldn't you just pay him off or run away? That's not the way Jordan did things. He was a master liar, but when he gave someone his word for real, he never backed down. Besides, we later found out that Sambor wasn't evil by nature. He was just a true soldier. Mercenaries aren't soldiers, so yeah. Did what he was asked of him. Jordan spent hours talking with him, explaining our rules of conduct. Sambor never broke one of them. Not once. That's incredible. Your lives, I mean. I don't think I would be able to handle all of that. Honestly, I hope you never have to. I've been through a lot, and after all these years, the thing I wish for you the most is to have a boring, steady life. I'm not the type of person to get bored. There's always something to do. Compared to your stories, boring life sure sounds pleasant. Yeah, that's pretty much. Then I have a special request for you that will help you achieve this boredom. Sure thing. What do you need? I need you to go to find Lida? I don't know. And get my scythe back for me. Okay, fine. I will do that. Oh man, that was a crazy freaking story, man. I did not expect that. I didn't expect to be wondering if I should read this story, because it was getting pretty dicey there, man. Pretty pretty nasty. Well, it is now the winter, so I think I'm gonna get all my winter clothes and see if I can travel without a torch in my hands. That would be pretty fun. All right, so what do we need for the winter? So we have the long fur hood, we have the fur boots. Oh, do I actually have all the stuff for the winter on me? Wait, only two things. Fur hood, fur boots, and that's it. Okay. I thought I got more stuff in that. Hopefully that'll be enough. We'll have to see. Let's go ahead and put on the boots and put on the hood. And I think we'll be okay. Question mark, question mark, question mark. I mean, this is at like 90%. I can't get much higher than that. So we'll just have to kind of run around and see if everything... And my people will be okay. I was wondering if they were ever going to make it so you, like, had to clothe your people. I thought that would have been pretty neat, but, yeah. Apparently that's not a thing. Could you imagine, like, you have to make clothes for all your people, right? I'm kind of glad you don't have to do that, because that would be extra work, but it would be pretty interesting. That's for damn sure. Alright, we're going to have to go ahead and either get another hammer or make one. I did go ahead and make a bunch of axes. My tree chopping people, the tree cutters ran out of tools, which is not good, because if they don't chop down trees, we don't have firewood, and then we all freeze during the winter. So that would be bad. But I did go ahead and make... That's why I really need to get someone crafting tools. Like, sooner rather than later would be awesome. Do we have what we need? We are missing sticks. So let's go ahead and grab some sticks out of here. We're going to go ahead and make those. And I'm thinking next episode we're probably going to build a house and expand. Like I said, I want to make myself the... smithy. and hopefully be able to, like, you know, have someone crafting the tools so I don't have to do it myself. It's all about delegation, right? A good leader knows how to delegate. I also have to do a lot of cooking as well because a lot of food, a lot of meat and a lot of cabbage I need to make into potage. And eventually I'll have someone doing that in the kitchen as well. But I think the tools are probably more important at this point. All right, guys. Well, we learned a lot about Lordan and Sambor, man. Sambor's freaking hardcore, dude. He does not play games. I'm going to be a lot more respectful when I'm around Sambor, I'll tell you that right now. Anyway, I am going to call this one here. If you never joined the video, please remember to uncage that like button. Also, if you're new here, please subscribe for more daily videos. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. And until then, take it easy.